be checking out how the Nigerian exchange, the Nigerian NGX, closed today's market in the red. And we're going to be talking about what to look out for in the last 3 days of trading before the year end, where we'll have joining us Ambrose Omodion. He's the Chief Research Officer of Invest Data Consulting, and he's here this afternoon. Good afternoon, Ambrose. It's good to have you.
Thanks for having me. Good afternoon.
So the market, I had so much pent-up, momentum, enthusiasm that the market was going to close in the green. But surprisingly, well, maybe not surprisingly, closed in the red. Ambrose, what pushed the market? What stocks did investors decide to sell?
Yeah, actually, Friday closing on a bullish note for the week, for me, is a good one because the week has closed on a really positive position. For me, it's a good market for traders and investors towards the end of the year, and also a week before the Christmas celebration. Market pulling back Friday, I'm not surprised. It's part of my prediction today that people also be kind of rounding up the week to position forward for Christmas, and at the same time take position forward the coming last 3 days, which is the 3 days that we call a window dressing forward for end of the year. This is what the market is expecting. But the good thing is that market has a sector that ushered in the sector rally, which is the banking sector, and that sector remains very, very strong because of what expectation of improved dividend, because we have seen the insight from the half-year result that they're likely to grow their dividend, and also because the banks are also preparing for capitalization next year, because as we speak now, no date has been fixed for any bank, but they know that by next year they'll be capitalized to become a bigger bank to drive the Nigerian economy. And on that note, investors are looking to that sector. For a company or a sector coming to approach investors for another round of primary market activities, it's expected that you need to also reward your investors. For that, the sector has ushered in the sector rally. This day, we saw a little pullback today, just like what we saw also last Friday. Not this one, the previous Friday also cooling down on that Friday. For me, the market is very, very strong. But as far as market remains above 74,000 line, for me, there's no cause for alarm. But one thing is very, very clear for investors. Any market of the world, there are some dynamics that you have to play with. One, profit taking is part of the market, and also buying low and selling high is also part of the market. That means a pullback we just saw today, for me, it's also an indication where the market will be opening by next week, after the Christmas holiday. But there's no cause for alarm, knowing that in January, we're entering another what we call earnings reporting dividend season for the first quarter of 2024. This is the time for a good investor or trader to start preparing their portfolio in that direction. Now, I tell you that low-cap stocks have no fundamental, do not be in a good investor's portfolio, because if you're entering a dividend environment, all eyes will be on those dividend income, because those companies that are just coming out are probably almost 400%, 800% for the year, and they're expecting dividend to come within that three months of the year 2024. I believe that investors will now be putting towards God good dividend based stock, blue chip company, high price that has also a defensive nature, because I tell you, in any market, correction is part of the market. So in that correction in 2024, that those stocks you are in, you expect to get a dividend from them, and at the same time, they are defensive nature. Today, we saw the life of Transcorp beating as high as almost 9 naira, 21 kobo before pulling back. We saw UCAP going as high as almost 3 naira today. It's a good news for the market. But don't be carried away with this option, but rather take advantage of up market, to take profit, a pullback for you to buy into a good position.
And so let's talk about the two stocks which made hits yesterday. We saw Access Bank, that's Access Holdings, and UBA racing. It's more like it was a competition. How did they perform today?
Yeah, for me, I saw they maintained their good momentum, but little profit taking also was saw there. But I believe that Access Bank and UBA has good potential to return good return for investors. For me, the banking sector is where you should be now. If you are not there, but if you are there, all you do, know when to take profit. Don't quickly run out of the market so quick. But as investor or trader, as you are entering the position, you must have your risk element, you have to manage that risk element, and also by going having your risk reward strategy to know when to take profit and when not to loss. Most of the banking stocks have really moved for this year. At this peak now, it's not on you to know, are you selling to take profit, or you are selling now? But for Access and UBA, if you are in this stock, you don't need to panic, or you can take profit for this year, especially as all eyes on their dividend payment come February and March next year.
And so what should we expect for the other banking stocks? Do we see other stocks climbing higher to meet up with the tier 1 banks, especially with recapitalization in the horizon? Just very quickly.
No, I believe that the first-tier banks already have shown stability in terms of what? In terms of their capital base. Most of the first-tier bank has about $1 trillion shareholders from above it. For me, they don't be panicking with capitalization. Only few of them want to either they acquire or they come back to the market. But for those second-tier banks, they really want to do more business in Nigeria, they can come up also, they can try to go into merger and acquisition and all those stuff. But for first-tier bank, I think for capitalization, for me, they don't have problem. Apart from feeling they want to make themselves bigger. Because most of them are now operating international, and you need more capital to do that because of what inflation has done to their capital base, and also what exchange rate has also have done to the global economy. But I believe that this is what we want to do for the first-tier bank. That there's no need to panic. If I know those set of stocks, don't need to panic. But for those also second-tier, there's still opportunity. The life of Fidelity, life of Sterling Bank, life of FCMB, there's still potential. But I believe that also for investors, this is time to look at the service sectors apart from the banking sector. Okay. So before this program, I had when we were interviewing the lady about the airline business. You can see that because of most of this airline business here in Nigeria, they have put a good number to show that they have kind of come back to their COVID-19. I mean, business has come back to normal. We spread this life of NACO, lack of SACO, Capaton to produce numbers that support their world. Their pride. I mean, at this point, they are saying if they are consistent with the number we have seen their Q1, Q2, Q3, this has potential to return a good return to kind of return a good impressive return for shareholders come 2024.
Thank you so much, Ambrose Amodian, Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consulting, for sharing your perspective on business and corporate.
Thanks for having me.